Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new video. The student loan debacle. It's again that time of the year. It's almost May. It's gonna be May, and I can feel the mugginess starting to develop here in Colombia. But I'll make it. I'll make it somehow. So I guess a lot of people now are starting to feel the heat because student loan forgiveness that was under Biden is ending. I think it's on May 5th. Um, I think that's the day either the 1st of May or May 5th, one of those days. And apparently, a lot of people who thought that their loans was going to be going away, they're getting a rude awakening because apparently they're going to be garnishing wages for people who still owe back student loans. And I'm I'm laughing about it because, well, for one, I had student loans at one point. For me, it was an accomplishment to have mine all paid off. Like, granted, it was under $20,000, thankfully, but I had all it paid off. I think under seven. I think in under 7 years. I think it was. I think I was 28 when I paid everything off. Um, and I was happy. I was happy. I was happy that I accomplished that goal. My goal was before I turned 30. And I have all my student loans paid off, and I did that when I was I think 20. I think it was 28. I know I did a video about it. I sent my last payment. I think I actually overpaid by a few cents just to make up whatever difference I think was that may have popped up when I was sending mine in I think it was electronically. I used to mail checks in. That's how far back that's how old school I was in the past. But um But yeah, so now a lot of people they're getting the rude awakening. Hey, yeah, this money wasn't being forgiven. It was a loan. It wasn't a grant, it wasn't a gift. It was a loan, and it has to be paid back. Um, and all I can say is, I heard the Biden administration I heard the economy was great during those years. So hopefully you saved money. Hopefully hopefully you were smart with your money. That hopefully you don't have to have your wages garnished. Hopefully you have been making payments. But if you haven't been making payments, I mean that's on you. You know. I think that's a great introduction into understanding that government doesn't just give things away. It transfers or it redistributes. So the money that you receive for college, hey, that came from somewhere. And it has to be paid back. Hopefully, it is a lesson for a lot of young Americans, a lot of young working Americans. Hopefully, you are working. That, hey, look, don't be very wary of government promises. In fact, go into it thinking that the government is if they give me something, they took it from somewhere, they took it from somebody, and so I need to be careful about what I accept from them. Um, and that was a lesson I learned many many years ago. So it's just interesting seeing it. I've seen a few videos, a few reactions of people, not taking too, not very, not all that excited about the potential of having their wages garnished, and yeah, it sucks, but it has to be paid back. Um, I was watching Black Conservative Perspective. Shout out to him. He has an excellent channel, and he was talking about how part of Trump's plan is to have these loans start being paid back to soak up a lot of the money that he said to soak up a lot of money that's been just given away for the past 4 years to help bring down inflation. I said, yeah, that's good. Less cash in circulation, the better. Um, bring down inflation. Bring down this mess that's been going on for far too long. And a lot of people are, they've been upset about the tariffs, now about the student loans, but the goal is to get us back on sound footing economically and financially and monetarily, on a nationwide level. So this is just part of it. I know there's always this thing where a lot of leftists, they've been putting out these articles and making these comments saying, all these MAGA supporters, they must be regretting, all these tariffs and all this. They must be regretting their vote. Nope, I'm not. I know full and well that if this, that if it had to happen, let it happen. I'd rather it happen to me now than for my daughter, for her to have to potentially go through some future mess. That's how I always saw it. I always saw things that way. I don't want future generations to have to pay for the screw ups of my day. I'd rather be able to do something about it now, and leave them with better success, down the road. Leave them with a better chance for success. I don't, I my wife and I, we talk about that with concerning if we have children, if they want to go to college, when we sign for loans. And I said I would not sign for any loans. I refuse to do it. I refuse to do what I wish was done for me when I was graduating from high school. Can't take things back now. I had a lot of great things happen to me throughout my days. From high school to now. I'm thankful that I went through. I'm thankful that I went through a lot of stuff. But there's some things that if I could, I would like to have I would like to have started my 20s without having without debt. But I made it through it before I turned 30. I'm 35. Lord willing, I'll be 36 next month. And Lord willing, she'll be born the same day that I'll be 36. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, this whole idea of thinking that this money that you were just given for college, surely it was going to be wiped away. Surely, that we weren't going to pay this back. Nope, gotta pay it back. Gotta pay it back. Hopefully, many of them out there have plans. Hopefully, they're not. It's not going to put them in in a true bind where they can't pay back other obligations. I've always I've always had this thing about debt. I try to avoid it as much as possible, unless it was actually unless it was like a true net benefit from having it. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I got a plan in motion. But please, so what you guys think? Are you excited about the potential of inflation going down, or are you pissed off that your wages may get garnished? Please leave a comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help out the channel, go to my homepage on YouTube. Look for the PayPal link and the Cash App link. All donation amounts are appreciated. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see if I can do to address them. But hey, this is what it is. This is the student loan debacle. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care. Be safe. Stay strapped. And God bless.